Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today we will learn how to run the payment run. As in the last session we have seen the automatic payment program. There are 6 steps. It is necessary to perform all 6 steps. Then only we can run the payment run. Payment run, as we have discussed, is that this we use for bulk payment. Instead of going one by one payment, we can make a payment to the vendor, uh, group of vendor, in one shot by using F110 is the T code. So instead of manually F-53 using, we will make a payment through F110. So in my last session, we have covered this automatic payment program, and they are divided in 2 parts. You can see, you can go back to my channel list playlist and you can see that. So now we'll start payment run. Okay, so now we have configured this and we have to make a payment. So before that we need invoices. So now, so first we will create first vendor, though vendor is already there in my company code, but still I want to show you and what are the configuration if we are doing it F110, those are necessary. Okay, so we will create fresh vendor here. So our creation of vendor is T code is XK01, enter, and we will select our company code RL11, and uh, vendor account group is also RL11, enter that and just select the company. I will write it uh, Silicon Valley is our vendor, let's suppose. Okay, and the country, it stays in India. Okay, enter. Those are not that much useful for training purpose. And this is the vendor bank details where this uh, vendor will receive the payment. Okay, so here we have to mention, so for time being we will leave it blank and we'll come back on this. Okay, and here recon account, here we have to select the recon account centric creditor, as we have already discussed this in the previous videos. Okay, and here we will select sort key 001, cash management should be A1. Okay, and enter. Okay, I just selected enter, and here payment method should be C, as we are going to make a payment through payment method C. C means check. Okay, so yeah, so now we'll click on individual payment and house bank. Okay, house bank, if you remember in the last session we have created the house banking. Okay, so we will select SBI. Okay, so if you have any doubt on this house bank part and all, you can go back to my previous video. Okay, that I will click the link on our on my I button. Okay, uh, then yes. Okay, this is done. Yeah, payment, you can just click grouping key, this is optional. Okay, just save this. So our vendor we have created ending with 3003. So now we have an invoice. If you want to create couple of more invoices, you can do that for this vendor or for different vendor. Once you're for training and training purpose, if you have 5-6 invoices, then if you have a different vendor, just create and keep it due, and then after that make a payment. So now what I'll do, I'll just now make a payment for this. So we have a T code, as we discussed, is F110. Here we will make a payment to our vendor. Okay, so now here are the few things like which we have to discuss. So this is the screen where we have to run the payment, automatic payment transaction status. So what is this? Run date. Run date is like your current date on which you're going to run the this automatic payment. Okay, and identification is your unique combination in the SAP to identify each and every payment run. So if in the same date, let's suppose if on your 2, okay, this is your 2nd Feb, and you want to make a payment, identification number is test 1. Okay, and you have created this, and the again same time you want to use in a same day, you want to use this payment identification. You cannot use the same identification, it's a unique one. Okay, but yes, next day you can do that, but on the same day you cannot. You have to change. It's this will be unique. Okay. So now here you can see there are five stages, five steps: status, parameters, free selection, additional log, and print data medium. So this is the status where we can see the status. Okay. So let's go, and in the parameters where we have to the enter to the we have to enter the details of the company, for which company code we are going to run the payment, and for which methods and vendor as well, where we can mention it. So we are going to make a payment for R11 for company code, and I'm here F4 is there. Whatever the configuration we have done in FBZP, that we can see that. So okay, here seems that somebody has moved my changes. Okay, see, just move this, select, or you can just type it directly in the screen. See, next payment method, next payment date. Okay, so let me explain you what is a posting date, document entered up to, and the next posting date. So posting date, on posting date we need to post the document. So once the document is post here, this date, so system will show the posting date on the document, clearing document, this date. If you will enter 3, this will show you that one, 3. Document entered up to. Okay, so what is document entered up to? All the document which are due, okay, till this date, that will come here, entered up to, document entered up to, that all the documents which are due, invoices till date. Okay, so as per the system, it's a document date. Okay, so this is the meaning. Then next posting day. So next posting day is your let's suppose we are entering this uh, okay, on 25th of Feb. Okay, or you want to reduces, you can do that, 15th Feb. Okay, we want to post our next payment date. So what is that next payment date? So based on next payment date, system will decide which invoice should be paid within the current run and which invoice should not. Okay, so within that period before 14, if you have any due invoices, that will pick that. If any invoice due date has less than or below the next payment date, those invoice will consider for the payment in the next run. Okay, so invoices those who are due before 14 or 15th, that will come under this run. Okay, then we have a vendor. I mean, for now we have a one open invoice, that is for this vendor. If you have a different vendor, you can just paste it here, F4, and paste your different vendor if you have any open invoices which you, for that which you have to make a payment. Just cross this. Okay, now we'll go to free selection. So here you understand that here these are the criteria and payment method. If you have a different company code, you can enter your different company code here, payment method, next payment date. As here in the same time you can enter the vendors. Okay, here line wise. So this is your payment parameters. Okay, so free selection. In the free selection, if you want anything, something particular, okay, you want to make a payment. Uh, let's suppose like if we here is like if we would like to identify any particular selection. Okay, like if we'll click here F4, we have a document number. If you want that the document should pick from the invoice document number 508, like that, 6 8, like that, you can choose that, but we will not, we will just remove it. Okay, okay, so just So now we have an additional log. So now here additional log here is the thing is that required logging type. Due date check, yes. Payment method selection, in all cases payment method selection should be there, and line item of the payment document, it should be in the line item payment document, it should be separately. Then we have print out data medium. Okay, so what is that? This is for C payment method. Again, you can go back to my last video related with the automatic payment program. There are part 1, part 2 where you can find this. Then here what we have to do, we have to define to the system is like from which account debit will happen and all. Okay, so for that we will create a variant. Okay, so for that put a cursor here in the variant and just type it rl11 underscore payment method cp payment method. Okay, cursor here and click on, put a cursor there and click on maintain variant, click on full screen created, and here paying company code would be your RL11 and sending company code RL11, payment method C you have to enter. Okay, and the house bank, for which house bank organization debit will happen. So we want that organization that should make a payment from SBI bank. Okay, and the account ID is your SBI, and check lot, with check lot we have a check lot number, so we can use that. From this it will pick the next available number from the check lot. Currency, you can just type it INR. Okay, print, this is LP1 local printer as per the system. Okay, okay, now attribute, just write test. Okay, and save this. Now this is done. Come back, and this is save this. Here we can see save button, just click. So details have been saved for this run. Okay, so now come back to your status. Here parameters has been entered. So now click on your proposal. Here whatever the invoices are there, it should come in the proposal. Okay, start immediately. Here is like we want to start the payment immediately, means now, right now only. Or here we have, you know, just timing also we can enter, but we want it should start. And create payment medium, you can click here. Okay, proposal is running. Okay, now so here you can see payment proposal has been created. So that means let's go and see our payment proposal. Under that, what are the invoices has come or not also. So here what we can see here, the company code do not appear in the proposal. Correct clicks. Okay, so let's go back and okay, just delete that proposal, because purposely we have there is a one issue with the vendor master where we have not maintained the bank details. Okay, so now again before that I want to show you something else. Here proposal, here I will just enter 25. Yeah, okay, so now we will run that proposal immediately. Okay, now proposal has been selected, so here we have a display proposal. Okay, so now for this we can see that no, here we can see that error company code do not appear in the proposal. Why? Because we have not created the invoice. So just to make a payment there should be one invoice. Okay, so now here enter FB60, enter, and just select the vendor 3, reference test 1, amount just type it, copy, and here just expense the create select the expense account for which you are making payment, enter payment. Here payment term should be immediately, so here we have a star 00, sorry 001, select this, save. Okay, so now 18 document number 18 has been posted for this. So now let's go back to our F110 F110. Okay, and we'll delete this proposal, and again you can use the fresh one also, but I want to use this, so I have just delete the proposal. Okay, again I will go to proposal and I will run it. Okay, create payment medium or leave it blank as well. So now here this should come. Okay, so here this is the status. So once we have clicked on proposal display, so here this is my due invoice for which we have to make a payment. So like this, if you have a 10 invoices, you can here you can see the status. So for now it has not come in the proposal, it's come in the exception. Why? Because there is some error. Just double click here, and here you can see error. Double click here, no valid payment method found. Okay, because we have missed purposely one configuration. So let's go and we'll do it now. So configuration is this bank detail, vendor bank detail, we have not mentioned it. So country India, here bank key is your 001, bank account number, here we have to mention it. Okay, and the account holder name, so Silicon Valley account. Okay, okay, just save this, right? And again we will come back and we will delete, because after that it has not come in this proposal, that invoice. So for that again we have to delete the proposal. Just go back, proposal, delete. Okay, so now again we will run the proposal, create payment medium immediately, and it should come in the green. Yeah, it is in green, and now we do not have any error. You can see payment method C, house bank, organization house bank, it will pick from SBI. This payment going to happen from the SBI bank organization, SBI bank. Okay, so now we will make the payment. So this is the proposal run. Okay, now execute. Here you can see payment run. Click here, execute payment running, enter. So here you can see payment run has been carried out, order generated one and completed one. So let's click on display payment run log just now, which we have run. Here you can see the detail of the vendor. Additional log vendor is this company code RL, and here you can see document number has been generated for payment. This is a clearing document number has been generated 509. You can check in the FB03 against the invoice 18. Invoice number was 18, and payment method C, this if it is coming in the tabular, that means this is run successfully. Sometimes is like invoice you can come in the green, but sometimes payments not happened also. So we have to come here, we can see in the error log or in the display log, so what is the issue. So now here we can see this is the payment happened, and you can see that. Okay, go back. We have now what we'll do, we'll see the check. Okay, so go to the system, services, output control, and execute. Okay, so here you can see the check details on which like system is we have used some forms and all, some check forms and all, sample form. Here we can see that. Just select this and click on type. Here you can see document number 09 is the payment document, clearing document number, and against this vendor name of this and amount is this. Go back, click on the next, here click here payment advice. So here you can see we have settled the following item with the check number as this, payment document number is this, subjects to goods and services invoice, and this is your document number, invoice document number, which we have created for this vendor. And this is a payment, this is invoice. We have given the reference number, test 1, document 8 today, and the gross amount is this. So like this will post to the vendor account in the real time. Just click here, sample check. We have selected the presented default sample check only, so it is coming like that only. So check number is this, like that. This is simple. The real time it can be customized with the help of the uh, developer and all. So this was all about the automatic payment program. And the quickly here, there are three things. If we if we'll not enter correctly, we can face the error. First is vendor account detail. In the vendor account detail, bank in the vendor master, bank detail should be there. Okay, this one, yeah, and this one, as well as the bank account number. This one also. Okay, and FBZP configuration should be entered without any error. Then yeah, then F110 should run successfully. If you want to hold any payment while running, if you want, like at the time of proposal you find that okay, one invoice you don't want to make a payment, so here you have a edit, and then you can go to proposal list. Though we have already made a payment, so there we can click on edit button, blocked, you can click on that. So this was all about automatic payment program F110. So thank you so much for watching it, and kindly do subscribe my channel. Thank you for subscribing also.